Welcome back. Quick look at trends. Sky 35 at New Braunfels. We have an incident out there that RJ is keeping an eye on right now. But so far, so good on a big back to school Monday. Full coverage and 1 hour of news, weather, and traffic coming up after this break.
For tens and thousands and thousands of families across our community, they're headed back to class today. Northside ISD set to start school in just a couple hours. And I got to tell you, we are here at the brand new Katie Reed Elementary. We're going to give you an inside look, hopefully talk to the principal in just a few moments.
And looking out there with a live cam, we are starting our day at 81 degrees. And you saw Max Massey out at an elementary school. So it's happy back to school for a lot of you out there. Rise and shine.
Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning to you. It is 6 a.m. on your Monday. It is August 28th, and we want to officially welcome back everybody that watches GMSA starting this morning.
That's right. Northside ISD, the big one, went back today, or is going back today. And yeah, we hope you have a good, back to school weather, but it's going to feel like summer still.
Sarah's in for Mike this morning, and she gets us up to speed on what to expect for our back to school Monday.
Yeah, good morning, guys. And I gotta say, go Clark Cougars.
Northside
ISD graduate.
Well, go John Jay, but I'm wearing yellow, sorry.
That's okay, Steph. You can wear blue tomorrow.
Okay.
All right, but yeah, it is going to be a hot one for us today, but just not quite as hot as yesterday. Yesterday, we got up to 105. Today, I'm forecasting 100. But as we look at the weather where you live out there in San Antonio right now, it's 81 degrees. Notice, my friends, that winds are from the north at about 5 miles per hour. Those winds are from the north because a very weak front moved through yesterday, and that's what's going to help our temperatures be about 5 degrees cooler today. Still hot at 100 though. 79 in New Braunfels, 77 in Seguin. Bernie, good morning. You're at 72 this morning and 71 in Kerrville. So not too bad in those higher elevations. After school today, 100 degrees at 4 p.m. It is still going to be toasty, but yes, a lot like yesterday, there will be a few isolated storms out there. Coverage will only be about 20 to 30%, but the chances there. And hey, at least it's not going to be 105 today. Coming up in the forecast, I'll walk you through an hour by hour forecast for your day. We're also going to talk about the tropics as Tropical Storm Idalia is expected to impact parts of the Gulf Coast. I'll have those details ahead in just a bit, but it's going to be busy probably on those roads. RJ, how do things look right now?
Yes, things starting to pick up a little bit, Sarah, as we get into our 6 o'clock hour. We've been following this here. Stalled vehicle I-35 north at New Braunfels actually being reported at Walter Street, but we do have a Hero truck out there, so hopefully they can clear out that stalled vehicle there in just a bit. Doesn't appear to be causing any major traffic delays. We do have another stalled vehicle being reported there at 410 and 90. This is northbound lanes of Loop 410 at US 90. This just popped up on TxDOT's page, so something to keep in mind. Talking about back to school, of course, John Jay High School is right there, a little bit further north there. So Loop 410 northbound at US 90. So something to keep in mind for our drivers that may be taking the kiddos out to John Jay. And we do want to also keep in mind bus passing rules here. We do like to bring this up anytime we get into sort of the start of school or any sort of big sort of school day starting here. So 2-lane bus passing rules, of course, you must stop. This is pretty common sense here. Vehicles traveling both directions must stop on a 2-lane road there. Multi-lane paved road, again, vehicles traveling both directions must stop there. And the only time we see a little bit of a difference here is in a divided highway where vehicles traveling in the opposite direction can proceed with caution. But again, you just want to kind of keep that in mind in general. We have a lot of students headed back to school again today, Northside ISD, so definitely something to keep in mind. And we will continue to follow the very latest and give you the updates here throughout our 6 o'clock hour. Mark and Stephanie, back to you guys.
Thank you, RJ. Well, the largest school district in the San Antonio area officially starts classes this morning.
Northside Independent School District welcoming 102,000 students this year to more than 125 campuses or programs.
Our Max Massey joins us live from their newest elementary school, Katie Reed Elementary, located in far western Bexar County. And Max, did you get any closer to the campus? Well, it looks like you got right outside the school.
We are right outside the front door, guys. I love this. Everyone's hyping it up. We have Sarah wearing her alumni colors. We got Steph, another proud grad. We got RJ talking about the traffic for the first day of school. And of course, we have the principal at the brand new Katie Reed Elementary School. So, principal, what did preparation look like?
So we have been busy at work over the recent months and weeks getting ready for this day, all putting all the final touches on, and we are now ready for our big day. We're really excited.
We're excited too, and like we've been saying, this is a product of that 2018 bond. So what is new? What is exciting about the school from your perspective?
So I love the really modern design that it has. It's just really reflective of learning in this age. We have a lot of flexible learning areas. We have a flexible classroom area, lots of technology that we have being used. Our library has lots of flexible spaces that are fun for students to come and either learn or hang out. And of course, we have our fantastic security lobby and our security system and protocols that we have in place.
Absolutely. Those new safety procedures and protocols this year. So there might be parents watching up early for the first time in a few months. What should they expect for their first voyage on down to Katie Reed Elementary?
Just know that the teachers and staff are so excited. We've been working for this day. They are pumped and ready to go. They're going to have an amazing first day. Security and safety is going to be our top priority, but we're also going to be able to make great memories and savor the moment.
All right, we're savoring the moment too. We've been out here savoring the moment, waiting for a chance to get inside. We're going to get in at 6:30.
Yes, we'll get in there.
All right, so guys, don't go anywhere. We're live here through the morning. We'll see you back here 6:30. We're going to check it out. New, advanced technology, security. We got it all. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Max. Northside ISD has more than 100,000 students enrolled for this school year, and Dr. John Kraft left Killeen ISD to take over a school district known for having superintendents that take a leading role in state education policy. So here's some of what he told our Steve Spriester about the future.
Fortunately, we have a academic accountability system that I don't know that it really credits the hard work that so many of our teachers, particularly in our impoverished campuses, are coming to work and putting forth each and every day. And so we've got to work hard to make the profession more attractive.
And you can scan this QR code on your screen. It will take you to the entire Spriester session. You can watch it on KSAT.com and all of our KSAT streaming services. And we know there are some good parts of social media.
For example, it can open up the doors to information and shine a light on different areas of mental health. But with the good comes the bad, and there's some detrimental effects like cyberbullying. Child psychiatrist Abigail Talley with UT Health Science Center San Antonio says there needs to be more awareness of it. Parents can help by having important conversations with their kids.
There's a good line of communication about difficult topics, and the conversations are going to be awkward and they're going to be uncomfortable, but difficult topics like bullying and when to come and get help. If you start those conversations early, that can lead to kind of nipping the problem in the bud.
She says these are problems that parents and the school communities need to raise awareness of to prevent cyberbullying before it can escalate.
And just a reminder that on our website, we have everything you need to know before your kids head back today. Just head over to KSAT.com and look for our back to school section. This morning, San Antonio police are still looking for suspects who they say shot a man during a carjacking. It happened early yesterday between Highway 90 and West Military Drive. Now, police tell us that the victim picked up two people at a gas station, then drove to a motel for a party. When they got there, the people in the car tried to rob him. He was shot several times and was taken to the hospital with serious injuries.
Now to new information about what's being called a racially motivated mass shooting in Florida over the weekend. Police say a white gunman killed 3 black people at a dollar store in Jacksonville. Investigators say videos show 21-year-old Ryan Christopher Palmer shooting one victim inside a car outside the store, then going inside, murdering 2 more people before turning the gun on himself. The FBI is calling this a hate crime as we learn more about the alleged shooter's past.
And right now, the community in Florida is working towards healing. Leaders gathered last night to remember the victims, including a 19-year-old store employee, along with a young father of a 4-year-old girl. Alicia Hatcher from our sister station in Jacksonville was at a prayer vigil for those victims and spoke with relatives.
The emotions are still running high in the wake of the shooting here in this community, and we saw that as people in the community gathered with city and state leaders to pay their respects and to pray for the families of those victims. People in the community have also placed 3 crosses of those 3 individuals' lives who were lost and placed their name on these crosses along with the candles and flowers and teddy bears to remember their life.
We will be citizens that make a difference.
Hundreds of people in the community came together to pay their respects to the 3 innocent lives lost in a racially motivated shooting at a Dollar General Saturday. 52-year-old Angela Carr, 19-year-old Anult Joseph Laguerre Jr., and 29-year-old Gerald Gallion were the 3 lives taken. Community pastors, along with city and state leaders, joined together to say enough is enough.
No more division.
Gerald Gallion's family was at the vigil and shared their grief.
I just hope something get done. Enough is enough, and I have to be my brother's voice. Our family have to be his voice because he don't have a voice no more. His voice was silenced forever yesterday.
They say Gallion was a devoted father who was a hard worker.
Funny, loving, caring. Will give you his last if he had it.
They say they found out about his death through social media. A former co-worker who worked with A.J. Laguerre at the Dollar General was also there. He had a message for Laguerre's family.
I want to tell Grandma I'm sorry because I wasn't there to protect her like I told her I would a couple months ago. She wanted him to quit because she was scared somebody would come up and shoot him. And then a couple months later, this happens.
Coggins says he will always cherish the memories he shared with Laguerre.
He had a dog toy up at the register because he was very quiet. Speaking to him as close as we are, you wouldn't hear him. And I told him, I said, well, if you need me, holler. He never would, but he had a little pig squeak toy. And he said, if I squeeze it hard, come running.
The Gallion family says they wish the community would come together more outside of just a tragedy. Alicia Hatcher, KSAT 12.
Back here at home, record-breaking temperatures in our area have also led to record-breaking water levels up at Canyon Lake. In just the last month, Canyon has dropped 2 feet down to just over 892 feet total. We beat the old record over the weekend by an inch, and it doesn't look like it'll get better anytime soon. SAW says they're keeping a close eye on Canyon Lake since it's a water source so many people depend on for everyday use.
So, for example, Canyon Lake, we get water from Canyon Lake. That has been reduced as well because of drier conditions. And so that one we see some impacts. We have a Trinity aquifer, which reduces as well in drought. Some of the other ones are a little more drought tolerant. They're not affected by year-to-year drought.
Before this weekend, the lowest lake level ever recorded at Canyon was back in September of 2009. 612, 81 degrees.
And still to come, we had a blast this weekend at the KSAT Pigskin Classic. We're going to take a look at some photos and videos from the games coming up next.
It was a lot of fun and great to see people we don't normally get to see because our shift is so early.
Yes, even in our own building. That is very true.
John Paul Baraja said, hey man, this is like the third time I've seen you in person, and the first time was when I interned at KSAT.
A long time ago.
Outside with Live Cam, we'll get a traffic and weather update straight ahead.
Welcome back, 6:16, and you heard us talking about it all weekend. The second annual KSAT Pigskin Classic was a huge success at the Alamo Dome.
Here are some of the sights and sounds from day 2 and that big triple header.
We're not throwing it unless y'all get loud. Well, maybe she will.
Get loud!
Get loud!
Woo! We need you louder than that! Woo! Come on, start screaming!
That's 6 of them.
Yes, it will. So a lot of that video is from the first game, which was Somerset High School and Southside High School. That's the Southside High School band right there. And before the players took to the field, KSAT viewers also got the chance to meet the KSAT 12's new mascot, Mike. Mike was very cute out there. You can check it out right now on KSAT.com. You can also share your photos on KSAT Connect on our website and our news app, the weather app, or BGC app.
All right, so maybe you can take those clips and count those as kind of a morning pep rally for going back to class today for NISD.
That's right. It's back to school, and we'll go back to RJ for the latest on traffic.
A lot of fun out there to the second annual KSAT Pigskin Classic. So a lot of great memories there with the fans and of course the teams. All right, taking a look at TransGuide right now. We have a stalled vehicle being reported there. I-10 West, this is their camera there, I-10 at the Y. So near the Frio Street area, you can see we got the TransGuide sign there. So we have stalled vehicle on the left shoulder. Have not seen emergency crews in this area, but something that we hopefully will see here in just a bit. I'm going to go back to our original stall. We do have an emergency crew out there now. They're 35 northbound at New Braunfels Avenue. This stall being reported there in the Walter Street area. So something that is now starting to, you could see, slow down drivers just a little bit as traffic continues to build in this area. Let's go to the west side a little bit here. And Loop 410 northbound at US 90, we still have a stalled vehicle being reported in this area. And part of the reason I want to also bring this up, of course, John Jay High School, shout out to Stephanie there. John Jay High School is right there in this area, right there up at Marbach. So Loop 410 northbound at US 90, keep this in mind if you're heading out, of course, first day of school for Northside Independent School District. As we take one more look at TransGuide traffic cameras, hopefully we could help our driver out here. He's been stuck out here for a little bit here at 35 at New Braunfels Avenue, and hopefully we don't see too much traffic buildup in this area, guys.
Thank you, RJ.
And maybe for some schools, parents should pack an umbrella, possibly.
I think the chance for rain, actually, Stephanie, is going to be more so after school than during school, particularly in the later afternoon hours. So maybe when some kids are trying to catch the bus home, perhaps.
Or when we're picking them up.
Or when we're picking them up. Big point there, too. So before you head out for that evening commute, make sure you have the KSAT Weather Authority app. There's a radar right on there. This was the picture yesterday. So the rain was so close to San Antonio, but some areas that needed rain in the hill country got a decent amount of rain, including Gillespie County nearer to Fredericksburg. Some areas saw about an inch of rain, but all of this rain fizzled out before it made it to the Alamo City. And rain today, once again, is not a guarantee. There are a few chances for rain in the afternoon, but coverage will only be 20 to 30%. Now, the reason for the rain north of San Antonio yesterday was this front. This front has moved through, but before you get too excited, this front is only dropping temperatures by about 5 degrees. So yesterday we were at 105. Today we're going to be at 100. It's not too bad out there this morning, though. In Kerrville, it's 70 degrees. Good morning, Del Rio. It's 79. 77 in Hondo, 79 in New Braunfels, 77 in Gonzales, and 81 here in San Antonio. And as we look at your KSAT 12-hour forecast, by 10, it's going to be mostly sunny and 88. Notice today that winds are going to be from the north at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. So a little bit of a breeze from the north means that humidity will come down. And again, about 5 degrees cooler than yesterday. We'll reach our high for the day around 2-3 p.m. when it'll be 100 degrees outside. And it's in that afternoon time frame between about 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. that we have a 20 to 30% chance for an isolated shower or storm. Again, not a guarantee, but there is a chance there. In the later afternoon, if you happen to get one of those outflow boundaries, you can expect a quick dip in temperatures for us out there, but generally it's going to be a hot day. And speaking of the heat, I want to talk for a moment about the ERCOT supply and demand for the energy for our grid. The supply here is this blue line. The forecast demand is the red bar. Like the last few days, the supply and demand are going to be close to each other during the peak heat of the day. So 6, 7 o'clock, we expect them to be close. Now, as we head into the week, it improves a little bit for us. But today is one of those days where we're really going to want to be conserving energy as much as possible, especially between the hours of 3 to 9 p.m. CPS Energy has issued a yellow day for the day today, which means to continue your everyday conservation measures, turn up the thermostat by a couple of degrees, but try to avoid using large appliances during that peak heat of the day as well. Otherwise, it's going to be 96 in Kerrville, so not too bad up in the hill country. Temperatures a few degrees cooler than they have been the last several days. 99 in Uvalde and Hondo, 100 in San Antonio, 102 Del Rio, 101 in Pleasanton. Let's take a closer neighborhood view here. Converse may just avoid that triple-digit mark. 100 in Seguin, 101 Floresville, 101 Pleasanton, 99 in Hondo, 99 in Castroville. Okay, I want to talk about the tropics because Tropical Storm Idalia did form in the Yucatan Peninsula. It's currently got 65-mile-per-hour winds. It's expected to enter the very warm bathtub waters of the Gulf of Mexico. That will be fuel. It will become a hurricane, likely even strengthening to a Category 3 hurricane Tuesday night into Wednesday morning before making landfall along Florida at some point on Wednesday morning. So it's areas from about Horseshoe Beach to Gainesville to Spring Hill to Tampa to St. Petersburg that are under that hurricane watch. So we'll keep an eye on that for if you have any plans to travel to Florida or anything like that. It's not going to affect our weather directly. We'll just be looking at another hot week, although not as hot as last week with highs near to 100 degrees rather than 105.
Okay, baby steps, we'll take it.
Yeah, baby steps to the cooler weather. I'm all about that.
Me too. Thank you, Sarah.
623, 80 degrees.
We'll be right back.
Martial arts is my passion. I work out whenever I can. But with my moderate to severe eczema, it can be tough. My skin was so uncomfortable. The itching was so bad. Now I'm staying ahead of my eczema.
There's a power inside all of us to live our passion. And Dupixent works on the inside to help heal your skin from within. It helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema, so adults can have long-lasting, clearer skin and fast itch relief. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor.
Healing from within is a powerful thing.
Ask your eczema specialist how Dupixent can help heal your skin from within.
80 Morning headlines. 8 U.S. Marines are in a hospital in Australia after a fiery crash that killed 3 others on board. That crash happened during a training exercise between the U.S. and other countries in the South Pacific. 5 Marines were injured after an Osprey tilt-rotor aircraft crashed with 23 U.S. Marines on board. Their condition in the hospital is still unknown. Emergency responders say they were surprised the death toll from the crash was not higher given the impact. The training exercise has been paused since the crash.
And Tropical Storm Idalia is heading toward Florida's west coast, and other states are expected to feel some of those effects. Overnight, the storm was swirling roughly 100 miles east of Cozumel, Mexico, and it's expected to strengthen to a Category 3 hurricane and make landfall in the Sunshine State later this week. A hurricane watch is in effect from Inglewood to Indian Pass, which includes Tampa Bay. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has already declared a state of emergency in more than 30 counties.
Right now, it is 628, 80 degrees.
We'll be right back.
It is back to school for more than 100,000 students across our community this morning. Good morning, I'm Max Massey. We are here at the brand new Katie Reed Elementary School. We're going to give you an inside look, what you can expect, and of course, new safety protocols this year for all NISD families.
Anything but a cool start for the biggest school district in the San Antonio metro area. We're going to talk Monday forecast with Sarah Spivey in just a moment.
And good morning. It is 6:30. Happy Monday. It is August 28th, and happy back to school as well.
We hope everyone has a great year. That's it. Everybody should be back as of today, and it's great to have our viewers back from the summer break.
True. A lot of people like to sleep in when they don't have to go to school, and understandably so.
Absolutely. But hey, you know, we're up early telling people about the weather too, because there is a small chance for rain later on today. Take a look at this picture sent in through our KSAT Connect feature on our weather app. This KSAT Connect user says, it looks like rain. Man, it sure did yesterday. After about 4 p.m., it looked like rain, it smelled like rain, but that rain stayed north of San Antonio before it fizzled out. A few showers and storms up across the hill country. And like yesterday, today we're going to have a chance for isolated showers and storms. Chance for rain will be about 20 to 30% in the afternoon, but it's still going to be a hot one. We're still going to get up to about 100 degrees this afternoon for the high temperature, close to about 2 p.m. One thing you'll notice that's a bit different about the weather today is that the winds are going to be from the north. That is because a very weak front moved through yesterday. Again, cooling us down, quote unquote, by about 5 degrees to 100 from 105 yesterday. So take advantage of the nicer temperatures out there right now. In San Antonio, it's 81. New Braunfels, good morning, 79 degrees, 77 in Seguin and 72 in Boerne. It's only 70 degrees though in Kerrville. So coming up in the forecast, I'm going to walk you through an hour by hour forecast for that small rain chance today. We're also going to talk about the fact that we beat a record yesterday. The number of triple-digit days, 2023 is going to go down in the record books for that. So we'll have a look at your forecast coming up in just a few, but for now, let's go ahead and take a look at the roads. I have a feeling things are going to be a little bit busier than they have been.
Yeah, things definitely getting busy, Sarah. It's a lot of little things, nothing major right now, but a lot of stalled vehicles and cars on the side of the road that we just kind of need to let you guys know about. So one of the ones we've been following here, this is at I-10 West. This is our camera, I-10 West at the Y. So near the Frio Street exit, or that area there, you can see Colorado Street, Cincinnati Avenue as well. So again, I-10 West, you do have this stalled vehicle right there, pointing at it right there, and it's off to the shoulder. So again, not causing any major traffic delays. Just again, something that we've been seeing throughout our morning, just a lot of stalled vehicles off this side of the road. Wanted to bring this one up here, I-10 eastbound at Loop 1604. And wanted to bring this one up because, of course, we have Northside ISD starting school today. This is going to be affecting traffic headed into a little bit past Loop 1604. So Clark High School, Sarah, right there. Shout out to her. Yeah, and then, of course, our drivers up here, Brandeis, O'Connor, a lot of our area schools, a lot of our students in this area kind of come from this area here. So I-10 eastbound at Loop 1604, something to keep in mind. And we're still following this stalled vehicle out here at the northbound lanes of Loop 410 at US 90. So, and this crash just showed up on our maps right now. I'll check out what that is here in just a bit. But guys, it's going to get busy. We'll continue to follow the very latest. Mark and Stephanie, back to you guys.
Thank you, RJ. Summer comes to an unofficial end for more than 100,000 students and their families later this morning as Northside ISD starts classes back up. It's a new year, and for some students, they even have new schools.
Our Max Massey joins us live from inside the brand new Katie Reed Elementary School. And Max, how's that new school look?
Good morning, guys. It has that new school feel, and take a look around. We are here in the library. It is beautiful, and of course, as we persevered through the morning, getting inside the school, never give up. And students here, I mean, they have no reason to give up. Look at this. They got the newest technology. They have a 3D printer right here. This is incredible. I don't even think 3D printers were around when I was in elementary school. But no, seriously, guys, we've been talking about the security, the new procedures and protocols district-wide, new library, new campus here at Katie Reed, joined here with the associate principal. So what does preparation look like for you guys?
We've just been working all summer, really coming together, all working as a team to make sure that Reed Elementary School is the best for our Roadrunners here. So we're just so excited that we get to welcome the families today.
So we've been essentially operating a pep rally outside through the morning. What are you guys most excited about?
We're most excited about all those families, the kids. It's just seeing their smiles and, you know, coming in and getting to be our new inaugural class of Roadrunners that we're so excited for today.
Fantastic. For parents watching this, making those last-minute adjustments, changes before they send kids off to school, what should they know about Katie Reed?
Just know that we're going to make it the best school that we can possibly make it here in Northside ISD, and we're just really excited to welcome and be a community school for the families here.
All right, Lindsay, thank you so much. Guys, we're going to be here through the morning. Don't go anywhere. We're going to have much more coming up on GMSA at 9 a.m. Mark, Stephanie, happy back to school.
Happy back to school, Max. Thank you. Right now on our website, we have everything you need to know before your kiddos go back today, including the latest from the leader of Northside ISD, Dr. John Kraft. He sat down with our Steve Spriester about the future and his hopes for the district. Now scan that QR code on your screen right now to watch it. That code will take you to the entire Spreester session. You can watch it on KSAT.com and all of our KSAT streaming services.
With school in mind, social media can eat up a lot of time. It can become addictive, not just to adults, but especially to kids.
Sarah Costa spoke with a child psychiatrist with UT Health Science Center San Antonio about how parents can help their kids avoid that addiction or overcome it.
Dr. Abigail Talley says when a child or teen is on social media a lot, it can become addictive because of the dopamine hits their brain gets as they scroll through. She explains it can eat up a lot of time for kids and can become addictive like a substance. She says parents can help their children fight those addictions by encouraging them to get outside, read an actual book, or spend time with family or friends.
Having that natural light is great as opposed to the blue light that you might get from the phone. So maybe that's just walking around in the neighborhood. Maybe that's spending time in the backyard. Maybe that's spending time with the family. A lot of times if a teen is sitting in their room scrolling on their phone for hours and hours, you might not even be getting out of bed. So spending more time with the family.
She says encouraging your teen to read physical books off of a screen and have more social interactions with a group of friends will also help them develop skills of reading nonverbal social cues. And if those encouragements of getting away from the devices don't work, Dr. Talley says it's necessary to put hard restraints on social media use and have the sometimes uncomfortable conversations early on that can help prevent problems in the future. I'm Sarah Costa, KSAT 12 News. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Sarah. New this morning, San Antonio police are searching for a suspect after a man in his 60s was found with a gunshot wound on the city's southeast side. Now, it happened last night around 10:30 on East South Cross. This is near Pecan Valley Elementary School. San Antonio police say a man was taken to the hospital with 9 life-threatening injuries, a gunshot wound in the back. The only information police have about this suspect is that that person was wearing dark clothing. If you have any information about this incident, you are asked to call the San Antonio Police Department.
639, 80 degrees.
And it's Hunger Action Month, and the San Antonio Food Bank is trying to help area families that need it the most. Up next, how the partnership with the KSAT Pigskin Classic helped out this weekend.
Just about 6:43, the San Antonio Food Bank helps more than 100,000 families each and every week across our community, and the need doesn't appear to be fading anytime soon.
That is why on Leading SA this past weekend, Eric Cooper, President and CEO of the San Antonio Food Bank, joined us to talk about Hunger Action Month and ways that you can help out. Here's Max Massey.
Yes, Eric Cooper joined us, and we talked about a lot. We talked about how inflation, energy prices, and of course, gas prices, they're only rising. And with that rise, well, comes the need in our community. It is getting bigger and bigger by the day. Now, over the summer, Eric joined us. We talked about the need while kids were out of school, but there's been a shift back to school, how you can step up, help out families. And of course, the food bank, they partnered with KSAT Community during the KSAT Pigskin Classic. Let's see how it went.
They're trending like the football. Incredible. I mean, families really want to support the San Antonio Food Bank, and they know all summer long we've been feeding kids. It's the busiest time of year, and we were able to do 21 million meals to kids this summer. Incredible. Again, wouldn't happen without a lot of people donating, corporations, churches, clubs, schools, everyone doing their part. But to have some fun over the weekend with the Pigskin Classic 2 to raise some food and funds. You know, it's what back to school is all about, but we are going to be busy as we get back to school.
You can check out the full conversation with Eric Cooper right now. Just head to the Leading SA section of KSAT.com. Of course, we have Leading SA every Sunday morning at 8 a.m. So guys, we'll see you next Sunday. Back to you.
Thank you, Max. 6:44.
Let's go ahead and check back with RJ Marcus. We were cheating and looking at your TransGuide camera. It looks like a beautiful sunrise out there.
Yeah, we do have that, so that is nice as the sun comes up on your Monday morning. Fortunately, we're still dealing with this here at I-35 North at North New Braunfels. So we have Walter Street a little bit further up there, but you can see that traffic is starting to slow down this area. A couple of TxDOT trucks there, so hopefully they get this cleared out before we get to our 7 o'clock hour. This has been a little bit of a thorn on the side of our traffic this morning. As we take a look at our citywide maps right now, and you can see that traffic moving pretty well throughout the entire area. I did want to mention we do have a stalled vehicle there, I-10 eastbound at 1604. Obviously, a ton of construction taking place in that area, so that's going to continue to kind of cause a little bit of a stall there, delay. But otherwise, guys, things looking pretty good as Northside starts day one today.
They are, yes. Hey, before we move on, we had a lot of fun this weekend at the second annual KSAT Pigskin Classic. In case you missed it Saturday morning, here's a fun moment that Sarah Spivey had on the field. Check it out.
Also have a field goal kicker. We got Sarah Spivey. Let's see, how are we going to do this?
Oh, that was. Whoa, Matt. Wow. Nice. I got it.
Hands. We got it.
Touchdown. Now we're going to do my arch nemesis, the field goal. All right, let's see. Am I better than a Cowboys kicker? Let's see.
Let's
go!
Yay! Let me tell you, I didn't think I could do it 2 years in a row.
2 for 2, baby.
Awesome.
For 2, that's amazing.
What they don't show you
yes.
is my epic tumble on live television.
I saw that, though, and it looked like a planned somersault. It was amazing.
That's what I said. It looked like you wanted to do that.
I do have the tumble on the Instagram.
You did admit that you used muscles you don't normally use, and you're a little sore this morning.
Just a little bit. You know, I usually don't go around kicking field goals.
But I have great news, and RJ can confirm this. We just checked, and Sarah's just been signed to a 10-day contract with the Dallas Cowboys.
Hey.
Congratulations.
I mean, yeah, after last season, yeah, they can be, yeah,
You're
all the help they can get there.
3-yard field goals, I'm your person.
That's awesome.
Okay. Well, hey, speaking of epic things, okay, like the field goal. We have seen the most 100-degree days on record for a year this year.
This one's not as fun as your field goal.
No, this one's not that fun. Yesterday, we reached 100 degrees for the 60th time this year. That, my friends, makes 2023 the year with the most 100-degree days on record. Following 2009, just right behind 59, and then just last year we had 58 100-degree days. Just to put this in perspective, on average, we usually see about 18 100-degree days. So yes, it has been extremely hot, and I've crunched some numbers. We're on track to see the hottest summer on record for San Antonio. Records date back to the 1880s, by the way. And August could actually be our hottest month ever. August 2023 could end up beating August 2011 for the hottest month ever on record. Now, as we look at the forecast in the coming days, temperatures are going to be about some 5 degrees cooler than what they were at yesterday. But last week, let me get myself together. Okay. Last week, we had temperatures on average about 105. This week, we're going to have temperatures about 100 degrees. So still hot, just not quite as hot as last week. All right, winds are from the north right now at about 5 miles per hour. That's because a very weak cool front moved through, changing our winds to the north. That's going to allow humidity to be a bit lower. And today those winds could get gusty. I mean, we could have wind gusts of up to 15 to 20 miles per hour at times today from the north, bringing in that drier air. Otherwise, though, it is still going to be a hot day. Right now, as you step outside in the hill country, not too bad. 70 degrees, 79 in Del Rio, 78 in Gonzales, 73 in Carrizo Springs. Good morning in New Braunfels, where it's 79, 78 in Castroville, 77 in Helotes, 72 in Bernie. Take a look at your KSAT 12-hour forecast today. We're going to be seeing temperatures climb to about 96 by noon. We'll actually reach the high temperature a little bit earlier in the day than we usually do. Right around 2-3 p.m. we'll be at 100 degrees. And we are going to have some pop-up thunder showers this afternoon. Much like yesterday, coverage will be isolated. There was quite a bit of rain across the hill country yesterday. Didn't quite make it to San Antonio. Today, a 20 to 30% chance for isolated rain this afternoon. And here's the reason why. That heat high has moved off to the west. It's now across the desert southwest. It's opened up the atmosphere to a few isolated showers and storms this afternoon. Shortwave in the water vapor, you can see it across West Texas. So as we look to the future cast, again, it's areas west of San Antonio and south of San Antonio that have a slightly better chance. And the time frame we're talking about is after 4 p.m. So during the afternoon commute, check the radar before before you head out. Just know what you'll have to deal with. We've got a radar on the KSAT Weather Authority app. But again, rain is not a guarantee today. There will be some isolated showers out there, though, during the afternoon hours, perhaps a rumble of thunder, too. 100 in San Antonio, 102 in Carrizo Springs. Not too bad up in Canyon Lake, where it should stay below 100 degrees, 98. A little bit closer to the Hill Country, 96 in Kerrville, 96 in Bernie, 99 in Devine, and 100 in Seguin. I don't know about you, but I like the look of this map compared to 100 to 105. So even though it is still hot, let's take a note from Stephanie Cerna's book and think about the positivity here. You're so positive. So the positive thing is at least it's not as hot as last week.
I agree.
But it's still going to be near 100 degrees every day. And no rain.
I'm positive that's great advice.
Thank you.
There you go, from Mark as well.
That's about as positive as we get from Mark.
Yeah, we'll take it.
6:51, about 79 degrees.
Let's look out there with live cam. Speaking of positive, not too bad right now. 79 degrees to start your day, and good luck to those going back to school. We'll be right back.
Good morning. Coming up here on GMA on a Monday morning, we start with the latest on the story I know you've been following, the racially motivated mass shooting in a dollar store in Jacksonville, Florida. A white gunman killing 3 black people before turning the gun on himself. What we're learning this morning. Also, we've got a hurricane on the way, and it looks like it's headed toward the Big Bend of Florida, but every little movement counts. We're already down there. I'll be headed down as well to cover it, so there's a lot going on. And we're kicking off our United States of Tacos tour right here in Chicago. Don't miss it all on GMA.
And right here on GMSA, it's 5 till 7.
And flashing lights out at the roadway I-10 at the Y. Let's check back with RJ Marquez.
Yeah, guys, this is I-10 West at the Y right there, right next to the Frio Street exit. So just saw TxDOT arrive at the scene here and hopefully take care of this stalled vehicle there on the left shoulder. Good news is that the other stalled vehicle there on North New Braunfels and Walters, that has been cleared out. So that's good news there. As we look at our citywide map, we just see on the far northwest side, we still have stalled vehicle being reported there, I-10 eastbound at Loop 1604. Just remember, stay safe around school zones and also those bus stops. Make sure that those kids stay safe. Northside ISD back to school today.
Alrighty, noticeably cooler in the Hill Country this morning. Kerrville Comfort is burning at 72 degrees, but it's closer to 80 here in San Antonio right now. As we look at the day today, quick warm up for us. By noon, we're going to be at 96. Now, our high temperature today will fall between 2-3 p.m. of 100 degrees. It is in the afternoon that we have a 30% chance for rain. So not good chances for rain, but there will be a few isolated showers and storms out there. Winds today from a different direction from the north at 10 to 15 miles per hour, closer to 100 than to 105 in the week ahead. Hey, we'll take that as we're inching closer to the cooler part of the year. I can't wait, honestly.
No, I can't wait either. All of us have been waiting patiently. Thank you, Sarah, and have a good first day of school.
Absolutely. Good Morning America is next. We'll see you at 9.